Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different today, and I interviewed a friend of mine. His name is Ryan Halvaks, and he used to be in a band called On the Shoulders of Atlas. Me and this guy have been friends for a little bit over 10 years now. I want to say we've been friends for probably about 10 years. And all we're pretty much doing is talking about memories and taking a big trip down memory lane. So hope you guys enjoy. I want to talk about a few things with you because first off, I had this thought. I don't remember exactly when we met.
I remember.
What I will say is this. I remember seeing After the Arson, your very, very first band, play with Carnifex in
Crazy
2008.
first show. Like, I don't know how the fuck we got that shit. Actually, we'll talk about that in a second because I know exactly how that
Yeah.
fucking.
But you guys were this big. Everybody in the band was like, what, eighth grade probably?
No, we're freshmen. And Dov was in eighth grade, though.
Nadav was in eighth grade, dude. How's he doing, by the way?
How you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Bro, he went to Stanford.
See, okay. And doesn't mean anything.
He's fucking, like,
He's
in.
living it up, Robbie, right?
Yeah, he fucking, like, made his own fucking, like, Bitcoin shit, bro. And, like, he's fine.
Oh my god, dude. You know how many fucking people try to get me on that fucking Bitcoin
Well,
shit?
no, he doesn't. Oh, I'm sure he invests in it too, but like he like literally like made his own like crypto fucking currency.
Oh, made his own?
Yeah, he fucking like
Oh.
HTML whatever that shit and made his
What?
own shit. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Good for him. Fucking
Mhm.
smart motherfucker, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy. But okay, go on. So
No,
Carnifex.
yeah. So I remember. I all I remember is, you guys had two vocalists at the time, right? Or was it just
Yeah,
you?
there's
Okay.
two.
Who was the other guy?
Dylan Scott, you know him.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, that kid is, oh my God. Every time Otso will play a show, fucking that dude just did not care
Yeah,
about
he would just fucking get drunk and
flail
just
around and just hit everybody, man.
everybody in the pit hated him, but he was like,
Oh, yeah. He didn't
but
give a
that's the thing.
fuck.
But then they ended up being like, he would get hit and he wouldn't care, and then people were like, all right, whatever, I can respect that though. So fucking like okay.
But I just remember looking at you guys being like, these kids are so little and they're playing all this crazy heavy music, playing at a Carnifex show. This is pretty cool, man. And then I do remember like in the Mayfair days, like probably like 4 years later, that's when we really started to hang out. But I feel like I don't remember exactly like when it was like defined, like, hey, by the way, I'm Billy. Oh, hey, I'm Ryan. Like,
Okay, well, first of all, I know exactly when, and you'll remember. And it's funny we're having this conversation because the first podcast that you had, like fucking a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago,
uh,
we had this exact same conversation.
oh,
And two, it was probably like maybe it was like a year or two ago. I went to go try and find that because you would upload it to SoundCloud and it's
yeah,
not there anymore.
no.
I remember texting you and asking you, and you were like, "Oh yeah, like the file's gone." And I was like, "All right, whatever."
Uh,
And then so it's just like I was like, "Oh, like that." I was like, "Oh, that was like a funny conversation." And I was
Hilarious.
and literally I was thinking before this. I wonder if we're gonna like just relive that whole conversation and just make like a part two of that podcast right now. But
Well,
so
now,
which is fine. Which is fine.
well, I
I'm
mean,
down.
we've hung out so many other times
Oh
since
yeah, yeah.
that time that we have new things to talk about. But of course,
Oh yeah, yeah,
there are
yeah.
so many staple hangouts that you and I have had
Yeah.
that have defined our friendship forever. For
And that
example,
that was and that podcast that was like maybe like a month or two after our final show. Because I remember it was
oh
like
yeah,
yeah, it was like right after that. But yeah.
dude, that
But
was a great show.
but yeah, I remember because I think when we really kind of like when we first kind of started like being somewhat acquaintances, I'm pretty sure before the first time we really hung out, and I don't really remember. I kind of remember this, but I remember on the podcast you seem to remember it better. But
Uh-huh.
it was like after Malone's show, I think, or maybe it wasn't, maybe not. I don't even know. But we
Maybe.
were at that In and Out at the District,
Oh yeah.
and you showed up, and we were like, oh, what's up? And then we went and showed you like some demo tracks,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
like
yeah.
Cameron's car.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was like before, and I think that's when we like exchanged numbers and shit, and then like,
Yes.
but we never really like hit each other. Didn't really hit each other up initially, but
Yeah.
then you were then kind of dating a certain someone that I won't name.
Nicole.
No,
No?
no, no,
No?
no.
Oh. Oh!
And we went,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And
Oh
we
yeah.
went and walked around the lake,
Oh
remember, for
God.
whatever reason.
Okay,
And like,
okay, okay,
and it was
okay.
funny because um like you were like kind of like with her, whatever, and then there's a bunch of other people that you're with too, and then like
Yeah.
for whatever reason you guys were like in Irvine or something, and
Well, I think it was she was like,
no, I think it was because and I don't want to name names or anything because I don't want to, but another person that you guys were with, I think, was the one that actually hit me up, and I didn't even know you were there, but and then like
I'm from my recollection, I'm pretty sure because you and her were friends. I think
yeah, we were friends,
no, but I
yeah.
thought that you had hit her up being like, hey, come hang out with me and the guys in Irvine. We're going to go do whatever. And then she told me, oh, hey, my friend Ryan wants to hang out. I go, Ryan who? She goes, Ryan Halvaks. I go, dude, I fucking love that guy. Let's fucking go. I thought
Yeah,
that's what it was. But I
yeah,
do remember somebody else. I know who
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about was there too. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, but yeah, and then yeah, and I think that was kind of like the middle person that then kind of was like the. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyways, we met, and I remember we met up, and you were like at like you pulled up, and you were kind of chilling like with her, kind of like more focused on her, obviously for like the first like few minutes or whatever, and then like one of us said something and we were like, oh yeah, like blah blah whatever,
It was
and then and
Pablo
then and then like you
Francisco.
just completely like walked away, and then like it was just like me and you and the other dude, and we were like all three of us were like
I'm pretty
walking
sure
like what.
Jordy was there and Cameron was there too, right?
No, no,
No?
it was just me. I'm pretty fucking sure it was just
Somebody
me.
mentioned Pablo Francisco.
Yeah,
I
no, you did, or I think you did, or I don't know, but
No, 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 no. Somebody else there did, and that's why I was like, I gotta speak to this person now.
yeah, and then after that, then we just like you just were totally like sorry, and then just
Yeah.
like completely just like left being like walking around next to her, and her just walking next to me then like the rest of the time, and it was like.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, of course,
So that was
100%.
like the
Dude,
first time, and then
yeah.
fucking. I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of times in
Oh
between
man,
and
I
shit, but
remember like 3 years in a row we hung out on Valentine's Day. You were my
yeah,
Valentine for three
I do
years in
remember
a
that.
row.
Yeah, it's like fucking yeah. I don't remember what years it was though.
It was 12, 13, and 14.
Yeah,
2012.
I knew it was. I thought it was something like that because of other
Cause,
bullshit. I
cause
remember 13
no, 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 no.
because
It was 13, 14, and 15. It was
whatever. But I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
I remember 13 for sure. I think is that the year when we went up to like that hill,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my god, dude.
see,
Oh, that was
oh,
so
that was
weird.
bad. That was bad. Uh, I
We can talk about that without names, but I
yeah,
don't
because
care.
I think I remember. I don't remember how you had like separated from the walk, and she was like
Wait. Oh, you're talking about Val. Okay,
the
yeah,
hike. Yeah, the
yeah,
hike we
yeah.
took at the on
It
top
wasn't
of that
even really
hill.
a hike. It was more of walking up a
Yeah,
hill, whatever.
yeah, but and I remember you had separated for some reason. I think maybe you had to like take a piss or you were like on
I
a
ran down to my car because like
yeah, because you
we were gonna
forgot
go
your
fucking blaze up on
yeah,
the
you
hill,
forgot your weed.
and
That's right.
yeah,
And so you went to go get your weed from your car. And during that time when me and the other person were there, she was like, oh my God, so does like Ryan like me? And I was just like, I don't know. Maybe you should go talk to him.
yeah. And I remember you. Yeah. Then I remember after she left, you were like, bro. And I was like, what up? And you were just like, she said like this to me, and I was just I was like,
Oh my
dude.
God.
But like the thing was like I mean, I don't care. We can get into this. I really don't care. But like,
Yeah.
I specifically remember telling like before because we had been kind of like doing whatever we were doing for like 2 months, 3 months at that point. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I specifically told her like literally like the fucking day we like hooked up. I was like this. I was like I just like this isn't really like anything more than this. And if you don't want to do this, like that's fine. Like I'm
Yeah.
I was like I'm telling you this so like I don't hurt your
Because I feel
feelings.
because I feel like at the time some you and some girl had like just kind of split up, so you were just kind of not down to like be in a
No,
relationship for
I
a while,
think
or
no. I just like wasn't really like in a place to be
yeah,
something serious. And I told her that, and I was like, and I was like, I'm telling you this because I don't want to hurt your feelings.
yeah.
And she's like, no, like I'm on the same page as you. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
cool.
great.
So
There you go.
and so I was like, all right, sweet. Then like, yeah, like I'm happy you said that. So I'm not an asshole later. But
Yeah.
then in her mind, I think it was just like, I'll change his mind. And
Oh,
it
dude,
didn't,
I mean, dude.
and it didn't change, and I felt bad. But it was like, but then you told me that, and I was like, dude, like, because
Oh,
then I had to fucking talk to her and say, and then
yeah.
of course, like I talked to her, and she's just no, like she's like, no, she's like, I understand, like I'm still like on the same page as you, and I'm just like, oh my god, no, you're not. But still, I was like, all right, well, that's what you said, so I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, yeah. No, dude, I've been in the same spot as you, man. Like, at a certain point in time, you're not ready for a relationship, and then sometimes you are. And when you're not, and you meet somebody
Yeah.
and you like them, and you want to be with them, and you're not ready for that serious moment yet, you have to be like, hey, this is where I'm at. And every single time, well, maybe not every single time, but at least in my experience, every single person that I've ever had that experience with it is like, yeah, no, it's totally fine. And then 3 or 4 or 5 months later, they're like, actually, I'm not okay with this. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say
Right.
anything before?
Yeah.
You
And well,
know?
it's one thing if it's like they're like things have changed
Right.
now,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, that's understandable. Like if things have changed though now, like I don't want to hurt your feelings, so like sorry. But
No,
it's
no.
like, but it's
But like,
like,
but my whole thing is, why not just be upfront when the feelings do change,
yeah,
so that
yeah,
you don't think
exactly.
I'm an asshole 6 months later saying you
Yeah,
wasted a bunch of my time. It's like, I didn't mean to. You didn't say anything, and it's like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you should have just known. It's like, I cannot
It's like,
stand it
oh
when
yeah,
women do
fuck, I
that.
forgot I can read minds.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking annoying. Another really
Dude,
good.
girls are gonna see this and be like, wow, this show's misogynistic.
Oh, whatever, dude. Who gives a shit? I
I
don't care.
do. I'm not. Don't think that, girls. Oh.
Oh my god. Dude, fucking another great memory that I have with you, and can we mention Zach Riley real quick?
I'm sure he won't care, and you already said it, so fucking.
Zach,
But I already know what you're gonna say.
yeah, of course you do. Hi, Zach Riley, we love you. So, dude,
The
dude,
McFlurries.
you're 27.
Weird now is because I'm 27 now, so it's like,
You're
whoa, I was,
27 now?
yeah,
Jeez, man.
crazy,
Fuck.
right? You've seen me since I was fucking 14.
Yeah, I've literally
So,
watched you grow up. That's weird to
yeah,
think about, man.
right, yeah.
No, but that was so funny because it was just like so out of left field. And it's like, who cares how old you are? I want an Oreo
Yeah,
McFlurry,
yeah,
dude. That
you're like, I
shit
just
sounds
want it. Yeah.
bomb.
Basically, we were all a little stony
We
baloney,
were all
and
really stoned.
yeah, and fucking like we go to McDonald's, of course, at like midnight, of course, and
Oh
like
yeah.
we're like sitting there,
Oh,
and then like
so good.
Illy walks like over, and he has like a McFlurry, and Zach just starts like cracking up, and I'm like, what? And he's just like, dude, you're 27 and you got a McFlurry, and we're like, yeah, like I don't get it, and he just was like, dude, like you don't think that's weird, and we were like,
You
no,
don't have
and he was
ice
just
cream at 27? The
yeah,
fuck's the matter with
yeah, like
you?
he was just like, ah, and he like walked off like laughing, and then just comes back with a McFlurry, and he's like, look, and he's just like, it looked good, okay,
It
like,
looked good. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. Zach, we love you. I fucking miss that guy.
shit's funny. I still talk to him every now and then.
I talk to him still every once now and again too. Yeah, I think the last time I talked to him was something about Star Wars. I think it was about like the Mandalorian or something like that. But
Talked to him like last month, probably sometime. I don't know.
yeah, we DM every once in a while. Like he'll respond to something on my story and we'll catch up and shit like that. It's pretty much how it always goes with a lot of
Yeah.
people now. Just because fucking like, you know, I don't really meet up with people all that much. Like sometimes I do. Like, you know, I have my friends here that at the apartment, all that kind of stuff, and we have other friends that live like literally in the same complex. They'll come over, or we'll go over there, and like every once in a while. But I don't really see a lot of people. Like drive to a lot of people now. But
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of times we've gone to bars and just fucking got
It's like
so
it's weird.
silly.
It's weird though too how like not like that's like not like me at all anymore. It's like because it used to be. I used to go to
Same,
the
dude.
bars and shit like all the fucking time. But like, but even for you though, because I feel like you were like, because at the time when I was going to the bars, you were already like you were like, bro, I've already experienced this. You were kind of just like, I'll drive you because I know that this is new to you. So like I'll
Yeah.
fucking like and which I appreciate.
You're
But like
welcome.
it just
Yeah,
was
you're
like
welcome.
it just was like I could see now that you were kind of in like almost kind of in like the stage where I'm in now, where I'm just like, I don't know, I don't really care about doing it. But like, you know, it's
Yeah.
just like weird to think how like now it's like I'm kind of like in your shoes where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, dude. Like at the time, I want to say I was at Pelican Hill working, and there's kind of like this. It not like an association, but it's kind of like everybody that I worked with loved to go out to Balboa and go to the bars out there and rage and fucking kick it and shit like that, and that was something I did like fairly often. And I would go with them. We would get insanely drunk, talk to cute girls, and that was just a time where I really enjoyed doing that. And then there came a time where that got really boring. And
no,
you had turned 21 at the time, and obviously I was like, well, I have to go drink with Ryan because fucking
yeah,
he's old enough to drink in the bars now.
yeah.
And I mean, dude, we had so many good times going out to Balboa on the bars out there, dude.
I feel like there were good times, but then it's like there were times too where like now when I look back on it, it's just like
I
fuck,
had to babysit you a couple of times.
yeah, yeah, and it's or there's times
It's
too where I was like I could have not done this and saved like $50.
Oh, sure, sure. It's an expensive fucking habit, man. Going to the bars is it's such a fucking
Yeah,
really
bro.
expensive habit. And the people that do it like every day and every week or every weekend, I'm just like, man, how are you not draining your bank account? Like my bank
Yeah.
account's doing good now. I don't drink, I don't smoke weed anymore, I don't do anything like that anymore. And I'm thinking about trying CBD. Do you ever fuck with CBD at all?
Yeah, I haven't in a while. I kind of want to get back into it. It's chill. Like it's like you don't get high really. You just kind of like
Yeah. You just kind of
it for sure.
relax.
It's yeah. It gives you like a mellowing effect, I guess.
Cause
Like it's good if you're like trying to sleep
that's exactly why I want to try it. Cause
or or pain like back pain or something like that. Like
yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
do think that it does actually help. Some people are like no, and like I think it does help.
Cause
It's not
cause
like
because there are two things in my life right now: back pain and sleep deprivation. Well, not deprivation, but I don't really sleep as well as I used to. Like usually, what happens to me now is I'll go to bed and I'll wake up like 4 hours later, and then I'll be up for like 3 hours, and then I have to like go to work, and I like essentially nap for like 2 to 3 hours, and so I won't be getting a full nap, and I'll be so tired when I come back home. I'll plop in the bed, I'll nap again for like 3 hours, wake up, it's like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, fuck, dude. So my sleep
yeah.
schedule is all fucked. And that's why I want to try CBD so I can like see, because like I've done like melatonin, I did ZQL, I did Z. Remember when I worked the overnight shift at Pelican Hill?
Yeah.
The only way I could go to sleep during the day was to chug a fucking the top cup of ZQL for
That's
like
so
a
bad.
year and a half. For a
That's
year and
so
a half, dude. It was so bad. And I weaned myself off it after a while. Thank fucking God. But like that was the only way I could go to sleep, dude. Because I would work from 11 o'clock at night till fucking 7:30 in the morning. I would get home and it's like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning rolls around, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm so awake. And I'm just like, I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to like go to sleep at a decent hour to get enough sleep to work a full shift. So I'm just like,
Mhm.
all right, I'll just try melatonin. That kind of worked, but I still wasn't getting enough sleep. And I'm like, and then that's when ZQL kind of first came out on the market. And I'm like, oh shit, the makers of NyQuil are making a sleep aid. NyQuil knocks you the fuck out. So I'm going to try that shit. Dude, for a year and a half, I took that shit every night I worked to go to sleep, man.
Just sipping on some scissor at fucking 8
It
a.m.
pretty much was like that, dude. If you take one of the, I don't know how big the container is, but one full container of that thing will put you out for 12 hours,
A
dude.
full container.
Well, not like not the bottle. I'm talking about just like one, like
I'm
when
like,
you
Jesus, bro, how are you not
no,
dead?
like the cup that comes on top of it.
Yeah.
When you
Okay,
fill
I get
that
you. Yeah.
up, when you give a full dose, you have to give yourself 12 hours to sleep, man. And I would sleep
Yeah,
for
fucking
12 hours.
full container. You're just not waking up ever.
You're in a coma,
You're,
bro.
you
You're
no,
straight up in a
you're
coma.
dead. You're dead.
You're straight up dead. Yeah. And then I think how
Dead ass.
I started to like do like half doses. So I would sleep for like 8 hours or like 9 hours. And that was like, okay. And then I started doing the like a quarter. Now, and I would sleep still pretty good, but like that's how I eventually got
And then you
myself.
started like putting it in a spoon and cooking it and fucking like it.
Fuck you. That's exactly what I started doing, bro.
Fucking,
No, but
oh.
that's why I want to try CBD because like it's all natural stuff and I don't really want to I don't want to take like I don't want it to, like I know melatonin is a natural thing too, but for some
Melatonin bullshit, bro. Because you create melatonin naturally when you sleep, so it's like you're giving yourself just a little bit more, and then your brain just gets used to that, and it's
I
just like
know.
you're literally then after like a fucking week of that, you're just taking placebo pills essentially.
Yeah, that no, that's exactly why I don't want to take it. But I feel like with CBD because it's like all natural and all that kind of stuff, I just want to give it a shot. But like
Yeah, it's definitely not going to do any harm trying it.
yeah, I know. I just I know that there's like very low levels of THC, right? Or there's
It's like,
zero.
dude, it's like 0.5%. Like it's like not even
It's
enough to get you
nothing.
like.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know you don't feel high or anything like that, which is like
yeah.
totally fine because I don't know what it was, but like because you're not really much of a heavy smoker now, right?
No, I don't smoke weed at all.
Oh, at all?
No, this is fucking nicotine.
Yeah. No, that's totally cool. What's it called though? Because like I don't know if this ever happened to you, but like for me when I stopped smoking weed like sometime last year and around the time I started to really want to stop, what would happen to me was like I would smoke and then like I'd be like laying down or I'd be like watching TV or some shit. And then I would get these random like sharp pains like in my stomach, like as if like I was about to like hurl, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would get those and dude, they would be so crippling, like I'd be in the fetal position and then I would just feel dude, I just felt horrible. I would
That's the, I don't know what it's called, but that's a thing that like happens to people. My buddy had that, and like he was getting these crazy pains and stuff, and he was like a heavy smoker, like he smoked like a lot,
mm-hmm.
and it was like to the point where he was like, bro, like I have to go to the hospital, like he felt like his like
Dude.
appendix was bursting, and then like they were doing all these tests on him, and they're like they didn't really know what was up, and then like a nurse came in, and she just was like, she's like, I gotta ask you something, like kind of like, do you smoke weed? And he just was like, every fucking day, like yeah, and she just and she was just like yeah, and she just like then like went and printed some paper. I don't remember what it's called, but she just gave him like fucking like this whole packet of like this new study they have called like whatever the fuck it is. I'm sure if you just search like sharp pain in stomach from weed or whatever, like you'll find it. But like there's some medical term, yeah, and it just fucks and it fucks your stomach up. Like it's not, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it's like, but it does happen. And like he was like he just stopped smoking, and he said like he was like literally the day I just stopped, it just went away. Like the day.
Yeah. I haven't had any pains like that ever since. I wouldn't necessarily say it's not a pain. It didn't hurt. It just felt like my stomach just is aching. Like it feels like I'm about to fucking puke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there would be sometimes like towards the end of like my quote unquote smoking career or whatever you want to call it. Like I would just like I would get like I wouldn't really smoke a lot either. Like I would probably like if I like had a pre-roll joint from the fucking dispensary, I'd probably take like 2 or 3 hits a night just to like go to bed. And sometimes I would, get a little bit more high than I thought, and I would just dude, oh my god. Like I felt like I legitimately was gonna have to go to the hospital. Same deal. Like I got the spins like crazy, like my breathing was all fucking like and I would just like, dude, like like when you have an inner monologue of like it's gonna be fine, you're gonna be all right, like that. I would have my inner monologue out loud. Like I would be in the fetal position, be like, "It's gonna be all right, man. You're gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Man.
that's too much.
Breathe, man. Just breathe." And I'm just like, "Fuck!" I hated that, dude. That happened to me like a handful of times, like maybe like five or 10 times, dude. It sucked. I fucking
Yeah.
hated that. The one thing that always calmed me down from that is listening to music. And let me tell you something. If there is one thing I miss about smoking weed, is how awesome listening to music is.
I remember, yeah, dude. I remember like when I first started like smoking weed. I remember like I would just listen to like the heaviest shit that I could find, and I just was like, oh. Just every breakdown that hit, I was just chilling, like listening to my headphones. I was like, oh, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Like the
dude.
dumbest shit, like shit that I don't even like today. Like fucking, like I just would blast it, like underneath the gun and shit, and like
Oh yeah, dude.
old Whitechapel shit.
Dude, I still listen to that shit, man. I revisit old bands like that every once in a while. Remember the time? You probably may not remember this, but one of the funniest times that you, me, Minju, Cameron, and Jordy, we had 2 times where we were in Minju's car and
I think I already know what you're saying.
yeah, you probably do. When we listened to a Dahlia the first time together,
Yeah.
and that fucking
And
and
I
then I
can't do
remember,
fucking that shit.
yeah, no, I know it's fine. But and then I remember showing you that band and Hell Followed With. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that one part, just, like right before the fucking like breakdown.
But it's so quiet. It's just like it's like all little and shit. Like,
Well, I remember you were like fucking like doing like air. We were all like stoned. You were like doing air guitar. You're like no, and you just were like this. You put up your hand. I was like, what's Billy doing? And he was like, wait. And you just like put your finger down like this, like right when it hit, and then just fucking I was just like,
dude, yeah, I remember laughing like hysterically for like probably a good 5 minutes. Like that was one of the best laugh attacks I've ever
Cameron
had.
was just like, this is stupid.
So
like,
dumb.
he's like, I'm over this. Like,
Dude, I think I remember, dude, Cameron is the funniest fucking dude. I miss that guy, man. I miss him, and I miss.
dude, he has an insane beard now. Like
Really?
it's literally, I kid you not, bro. The last time I talked to him, he said he hasn't shaved since like quarantine or whatever started 8 months ago.
Oh my god.
Literally, bro, it is down to fucking like here.
He's like
Like
fucking.
if you just saw him on the streets, bro, you'd be like, dude, we gotta give that guy a fucking $1. He's homeless.
that's I mean, I don't doubt it, dude. A lot of people just are. They're doing the whole. They haven't cut their hair in that.
Yeah,
long
I have
period
seen
of
a lot
time.
of that.
That was like, see, that's like one thing I like learned to adapt to in quarantine is like cutting my own hair. And like, it's not the greatest, like, you know, it's so bad. Like what I do, I just like I part my hair to the side. I just take like, you know, home scissors and I'm just like click, and just go around. And it works. And then I just like, you know, take a number, whatever, like a number 3 or number 4 on my sides and I just cut it down. But I've learned to adapt it that way. And I'm probably going to do it that way for the rest of my fucking life because going to the barbershop just doesn't sound like a good idea anymore.
It's expensive.
It is expensive. Like my buddy owns a barbershop in Riverside, Shipwreck Barbershop. Shout out to those dudes. Those guys are fucking premium quality cuts. But my homie, David, who is a barber there, he's not expensive. He's like $30, but like, you know, and I would get my hair cut by him like once a month. And, you know, appointment only. He takes his fucking time. You get a beer if you want, hot towel shave and all that kind of shit. But the shop is getting so popular that they're hiking up their prices and all that. And like, as much as I want to support them, because I do support them, I can't afford it. I can't fucking afford that, man.
It's like over $300 a year just for fucking cutting your hair.
Cutting your hair, man. And but again, I mean, like their shit is top quality stuff, man. And same with like Golden Crown. Golden Crown is like I haven't been to one of their shops in a while just because like, you know, I haven't lived in South County for the past like couple of years.
They have 3 shops now.
No, I know that. I'm just saying like for the past like 2 years I had lived in like Anaheim and Fullerton and all that kind of stuff. So it was like, you know, a trek to get down there and there wasn't anybody closer. But what's it called? I don't even know if they like hiked up their prices or anything like that. Because like when I used to go there, it was $18. And then
yeah, when last time I went, Last time I went, it was like 20 maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been there.
Yeah, I miss hanging out with those guys though, and like fucking getting roasted by them is always fun.
Yeah, I like but I like making an appointment too, because that was the only thing I didn't like about that. Like when I had like when I had a job that like where it would give me like a Tuesday off randomly, like
Yeah,
I was like, all right, I can go there at like 11 and no one's gonna be there. That's fine. But it's like, but now, like Saturdays and Sundays are my days off, which are like I kind of miss like having like a weekday off because like everyone's out doing shit on. Well, not now, but like
yeah, I get what you mean.
before everything. Yeah, like everyone's out, like then that would just make me like not want to go do the shit I needed to go do.
Yeah,
And
I
then
know.
and then I just like, oh fuck, dude, I've been eating just slices of bread for like 3 weeks. Like literally, I was like, I don't even want to go to the store. There's too many people there.
Yeah, no, I get it, dude. It's a dude. They're the smallest minute tasks, the smallest mundane thing. You just don't want to do it anymore. Like
Yeah,
I hate going to the grocery store now. I hate that.
yeah, when there's like 1,000 people there, you're just like, dude, fuck this. Like,
I Postmates or DoorDash like
dude, it's
all
so
the
yeah,
time now.
it's yeah. I used to do that too, like way too much. Fucking a. Oh, I got a text. But
But I Postmate like, or I DoorDash a lot more now because DoorDash has a way better selection, and
really?
they have a yeah, dude. And you fucking like, dude, if you order shit over $10, the delivery fee is zero. It's free.
Oh, it's $10. Oh shit, it's like 15 for like Uber Eats and shit like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, with DoorDash it's only fucking $10, but fucking
Damn, that's good.
yeah, but with Postmates the delivery fee is like fucking like $7, no matter how much you're spending on it.
Really?
Yeah, but their incentive is if you get the unlimited, the like the pro ship for like $20 a month, it's always free. But it's like, dude, I don't. No, that's another thing monthly I have to pay for. Fuck that, dude. You know?
I mean, it could be worth it. I actually fuck. I should maybe cancel it, but I have for Lyft, like it's like they have like a $20 a month thing, but it makes your shit like way cheaper, which is nice. Like it's like, oh shit, like
Oh, really?
I don't use it that much, but like it's like it's for sure enough. Like it's like if you do 3 rides, it's like it's enough. That's like $20 like that. Like
Yeah,
what you're making your money back. Pretty
you're
much.
paying it off pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I
So
feel
it's
that.
like it's like 15%, I think they take, which is like pretty solid. Like
That's
for
pretty solid.
like yeah, like so if it's like supposed to be like I think one of the last ones I did is supposed to be like $17 or something, and it was like 13. I was like, that's
You,
sure.
I'm glad you mentioned Lyft because we both used to be Lyft drivers at one point,
We did.
and you met somebody.
Oh
at
yeah,
Lyft.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
Oh,
an
fuck.
older woman, mind you.
I was 21 and she was
She was
27.
27. Yeah, she was my age
She made a
at the
man.
time. At the time,
Made a man out of me.
dude. Hey, congratulations, man. I will always be like,
Oh yeah, we went to the fucking bar with her then. Oh, I forgot that you were there when we then went to the bar. Yeah.
She was supposed to bring a friend, and then she was like, "Oh, my friend can't come," and I'm like,
She probably just said that because she just wanted to make sure that we would go.
"Yeah, probably."
Yeah. Luckily, she did say that.
But yeah, luckily she did because
For me.
for you, lucky for you, and you were like, I remember, dude, that night we were at the fucking district in fucking Newport, and
I was hammered.
oh, dude, yeah, you were so drunk, bro. And I remember like 2 a.m. rolls around, everybody get the fuck out. I'm outside hanging out with somebody.
Yeah, we ran into fucking, yeah.
Yeah. Talking to him, and fucking you come outside and you're like, hey, bro, I'm going home with her. And I was like, son of a bitch, all right.
You're like, all right, cool, good hanging out later.
I just went home, just like crying.
Went home, just fucking.
Yeah, pretty much. Question: are you dating in quarantine, or like talking to girls in quarantine?
Not really. I don't know. Girl is. I'm kind of
Not in that.
sour on.
Not really on your
Left a
radar.
sour taste in my mouth from what you can remember.
Yeah, no, I know. From what I
Still just
remember,
kind
yeah,
of-
of course.
Yeah.
No, we don't have to get into that, but I 100% would totally get on board with that, dude. Trust me.
Yeah. It's not even that I'm on board with it. It's more of just kind of like that's just kind of like what happened. Like I can't. It's not like I don't know. It's really flipped my views on like a lot of things, and which I don't like. I don't like that like I see things the way I see things now. It's unfortunate, but it's
Yeah.
like fuck. It's really really fucking hard to like get out of that, and like especially with like the shit that like happened to me. Like it just
Yeah,
was
yeah, 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 yeah.
it was legit traumatic, bro. Like it was
Yeah,
trauma
yeah,
that
yeah.
like I never had to deal with anything like that in my life. So and like in regards to like everything, like like I grew up in like fucking Irvine of all places. I probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever. And
Hey, it's okay. I live in Irvine too. It's fine.
yeah, and like I grew up here and like upper middle class family and shit. Like I fucking like if I ever wanted or needed anything, I had the support from like my parents and shit. Like I made friends really fucking easily. Like I never got bullied. Nobody ever like picked on me or anything like that. Like fucking when I was in the band and shit like that, it was like, fucking there was girls like left and right and like that was nice at the time and like shit just kind of like worked out for me and like I always had this kind of like for me life was just kind of like oh shit just like works out and like whatever but like I never dealt with like anybody ever like using me or hurting me or like manipulating me or like stealing from me cheating from me lying. I never dealt with that for fucking like what like maybe like 20, 24. I was like 24, 25 when shit started going down like the fucking drain. But like,
Yeah,
so for like let's like, for 25 years, everything was just like boo 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 boo, just a
yeah, yeah,
constant
yeah.
like. And then so when that bad shit started happening to me, I didn't know how to like respond. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to do anything other than like how do I make this shit like go back to what it was and I never like was able to realize that like it never was going to be that way but I stayed in that mindset of like I gotta make it go back to where it was because everything was fine up and then it just kept getting like worse and worse and worse and it just fucked and it totally just fucked everything up in my head about how I like see and view shit and it's just it sucks but
You want to know kind of some that you might not agree with, but I think everybody needs to have at least one of those types of relationships to kind of have that. Because you want to talk about like 24, 25 that happened to you. I was 30 when that
yeah
happened to
no
me.
and yeah I was just gonna say like it's it, it
Because
for sure.
you know what happened. Like like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
the
yeah,
shit I had went through and all that kind of
yeah,
stuff. So
yeah. And like fucking, it's like, what was I gonna say? Oh, it definitely kind of like made me like. It was really weird at first because it just was like the best way I was able to describe it one time to someone. It was like it felt like I was like blind my entire life and I
sure,
got some operation done and now I'm seeing the world like for the first time for like what it is
yeah,
because that's how it was, dude. Like I was so just ignorant and like I didn't I literally thought that like everything just worked out for people. Like it just genuinely or generally like shit just worked out for
yeah,
people. Like
sure.
that's just how I thought, and because that's what was happening to fucking me.
Hmm.
So like it just was I was like fucking ignorant as shit, and then just like when all that happened, it definitely like made me kind of like wake up, like
Well, I
fucking
mean, but at least as messed up as I already said it is, it's kind of fucked up to think that like kind of everybody kind of needs that
yeah,
at least once in their life to know that okay, well, if this is happening, this is how I dealt with it. This is how I will deal with it in the future. If something like this happens, maybe I'll you know whenever that time comes, if I have to come across this situation again, here's how I'll go for it, how I'll do it going forward. But, the same thing with you, dude. Like,
yeah,
I went 30 years having like, not, I guess the same kind of situation as growing up in Southern Orange County with a somewhat wealthy family. I had a pool in my backyard. I fucking had lots of friends. I was in bands, whatever. Then you meet somebody and then they fucking turn your life upside down one day. And then that one day turns into just the most gut wrenching experience of your entire life. And you kind of
yeah,
like get a little bit jaded a little bit. You're just like, what the fuck was that all for then? You know, it's like,
Yeah,
and then but again, it's one of those things where it is a learning experience, and you can take a positive, you can take a positive outlook on it and be like, in the future, if I see this happening, I know how to deal with it, and I know what to say, I know what to do, or at least
yeah,
this is how I would do it differently, or something like that. So I mean, at least you had that, but unfortunately, it sucks that you did have to go through
yeah, and too, it was just like
it.
the like level that it was at was like it was not, and if for the level that it was at of like intensity and just gnarliness and fucked upness, I
Yeah,
guess that
yeah,
you put it on, like for that to be like the first time that I deal with something like that, like it wasn't like a nice ease into like, all right, here's like a little fucked up thing. It just was like fucking
no,
straight away. It
dude,
was like, dude, like it was, yeah, like
you pretty much got like a fucking ass kicking, like a fucking like a haymaker in the UFC fight. You know what I mean? Like you
crazy,
just
bro. It
pretty
was
much
fucking,
like it was something that you never would have saw fucking coming, man. And it was, yeah, that shit's rough, man. It was
yeah,
fucking
it
rough.
was it was, it was crazy. And that fucking, yeah, it was,
But honestly, you are 27 years old. A lot of people now are getting into relationships like way later in life. If I could go back in time, dude, and if my 33-year-old self could go back to my 18-year-old self, graduating high school, thinking I was in love with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and I thought I wanted to marry her and have kids, I wish I could go back to that part of my life and tell my younger self, hey, man, don't worry about it. Like,
yeah,
this isn't gonna work, but it's gonna be okay in the future.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
I always tell friends of mine who are a few years younger than me, like who are in their like earlier mid 20s. They always ask me, because I'm in my 30s. I've had a little bit of life experience. They're always like, well, how did you deal with this growing up? What did you do here? Like, what do I do when a boy does this, or what do I do when a girl does that? And I'm like, dude, you want my best advice at you being 27 or you being 23 or 24 or 21 or whatever the fuck? Be single. Just don't fucking get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Like, if you feel like it is the one, like, all right, go with your gut on it. But like, I'm gonna be completely honest, just be single for a really long time, man. And and I am not the best at taking my own advice, because right now I don't like being single. I fucking hate it, man. Like, I wish I had like some type of companion, like a to like kind of go through life with, because sometimes you meet somebody and it's not fucking bad at all. But anybody who is in their 20s needs to not have anything, because you need to find out about yourself more. You need to
yeah,
discover who you are, because now your brain stopped developing, meaning like it's at its full potential. Your frontal lobe is done growing. So like, you now have like a mature brain, and your logical thinking is
mhm,
a little bit more heightened and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, when you're young, you're gonna have to take a lot of shit from a lot of people, and you need to learn from them. You need to realize, okay, this happened here, I'm not gonna do that again. This happened here, I'm not gonna go through that again. You just need to like really discover yourself. Pick up
yeah,
some hobbies, go to school, travel, do whatever the fuck you got to do, but put yourself first, and don't worry about the fucking, the other people, the boys or the girls that are going to come at you in your DMs being like,
yeah,
hey, what's up, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, just
yeah,
fucking fuck off with all of them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
At least
yeah,
that's the advice that I give. But I'm also the worst at giving or taking my own advice, because like,
yeah,
anytime someone's like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm like, hi, you know.
yeah, no, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I just like, I don't know. It's just kind of, I'm just, I don't know. I kind of just like, like I for sure, it, when I do talk about it or whatever with people, which I try to like not as much, just because
Yeah.
it's like just because I'm just like it's almost like I just don't even want to like think about it. But it's like I hate when people are always like, oh, bro, like don't worry, like the right one will come or what.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I'm just like, dude, fuck the right one too. I don't care about that right now. Like I don't stop trying to like tell me like, you know, because like people I feel like will like feel like want to like feel like bad in a sense, but and like which is like nice. They're trying to sympathize, but it's like I'm like I don't want you to even I don't want people to even think that like I'm even worried about like the right one, because then it's like I feel like this sense of like weakness almost. I'm like, what? I don't need that. Like no, you know, like I don't know. Like I can't explain it, but it's like it's
No,
like
no. I think you explained it to the best of like
yeah, like
it makes sense, dude. Trust.
yeah, it's just like right when people try and like say that to you, like I get like in my head I get like defensive. I'm like what? I don't need anyone. Like
Yeah, I mean like which is fine, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But
yeah, I'm just fucking just chilling. I don't know, just fucking.
I mean, dude,
I got a right arm. I'm fucking golden, like you know.
that took me a second. I'm like, yeah, you have a left arm too. But
You're right.
Just like, oh yeah,
Fucking threesomes, bro.
oh my god, dude, wow, I didn't even think about that. Do you have a threesome every night if you really wanted to?
Fuck yeah, dude.
A fucking self threesome.
Sit on your hand, bro. Let it get numb. Fucking feels like it's not even. Wait till the tinglies come and you can't
Come
feel it, and you
on,
just.
dude. No. I've never tried that, and I never will. I'll never say never. It is quarantine still, so. Have you picked up any new hobbies in the quarantine, Ryan?
Not really. I just fucking dude. You know what I've just been really been doing since I'm fucking living back at home and shit now is fucking. I just like convince my parents they need shit done in the house, and I just like do it. Like I'm just like you
Nice.
need. I'm not just because like I can and like I enjoy my like job and shit. And
Yeah.
like I like fucking making shit with my hand. Like I don't know. Like it's like my tools are like literally like my toys. So it's like I literally will just like and they'll just go buy shit and I'll just like fucking do like I'm like they just bought like a new fucking chandelier thing that's like in our dining room area.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
yeah, just because it's like I enjoy doing it. So it's like whatever. So like shit like that. Like I fucking just will like build fucking shit. I tinker. That's the fucking. I like to just tinker with shit. Yeah, just fucking like I'm gonna literally be that old man like in his garage, just fucking like doing shit like when I'm like 70.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, which is cool. Like there's no fucking nothing wrong with that. It's like it's just kind of like, but at the same time too, I'm just like fuck. I'm just like bringing my work home with me. I'm just like which to me it doesn't really bother me doing that.
Yeah.
But then there also is like a little part of me that's like fuck. I gotta find something else too, because it's like I can't make it all about like my job. Like you know what I mean? Like fucking, like you know like I don't know. So, but that's pretty much it. And fucking watching shit on Netflix and
Watching
YouTube
the new Louis C.K. special.
yeah, fucking
Funniest
that
thing
and like fucking
fucking
whatever.
ever.
Yeah, whatever else. I'm trying to. Fucking. Oh, you were busy yesterday, but so every Monday since quarantine started, we've been playing this. We didn't invent the game, but it is our own spin on it called Mafia, and we play it over Zoom. It's not a video game. It's not anything. It's like a socially interacting game with
Yeah,
people.
I've played that before.
Yeah, so we made like kind of it's pretty much the same thing, but we made our own spin on it, and we do it through fucking Zoom. And like you remember my friend Sam?
Yeah, Sam Clark.
Yeah. He's been streaming. He streams on Twitch, and he at first was just doing like video games and shit. But then like we had the idea of why don't we do Mafia, and so we started just doing it with like our friends, and like he would be like the moderator or whatever, and then like fucking and so we'd play and shit. But like it's like not like blowing up by any means, but like it's been having like dude, every single week people are like from fucking Jersey, from fucking Pennsylvania, from like just these are just random people that find him on Twitch, and he's like, if anybody wants to play, you guys can play.
Oh
so
yeah, that's awesome.
Like we literally have like our own like community of people that like play with us. Like
that's fucking rad.
Dude, yeah, and so like like he'll have like how like and like there's like this one dude that like plays with us who's like I wouldn't say like a huge streamer, but he's for sure like it's his job. Like so that's like
is his job.
Like that's pretty, and he plays with us every week, and he'll like host it sometimes and shit too. And like he'll fucking so like I'll have to send you one of the games because like everyone at first when I talk about it with them, they're like I don't know because it's like it's kind of like they're like it's random people. I feel weird. every single person that I've got to come play with us has not stopped playing with us. It's like that fucking, it's like, cause A, nobody's doing anything on a fucking Monday night for the most part. And like
Yeah.
B, it's like nobody can go do anything in general. So it's like, this is like their only like social interaction they get like with other people and shit.
No,
And like
yeah, that's
new
fucking
people
awesome.
too for a lot of people. So like I finally convinced like Justin to come play with us, and like he's pretty much played with us every single Monday since.
I
And
love it.
he was like, and like he's fucking like hooked on it. It's fun as fuck. Like it's actually like,
That's a great way to like bring people together. That's fucking awesome.
dude, no, yeah, it's super like friends that I haven't seen. Like some of them fucking high school have
Yeah.
like have seen Sam like playing and shit, and they'll come and I'm like, dude, what up? And like that's just kind of like, and then we'll like play and shit. It's like, oh, dude, what up? Like, how's it going? I'm gonna lie to your fucking face right now. Let's do this shit. All right. Like,
I love that.
so fucking yeah, but it's chill. So
That is
fucking
chill.
like,
Last thing I want to ask you, and then we'll wrap it up, is do you ever think you'll ever get back into music? You ever think you're gonna growl into the microphone ever again? Like full, like
well,
in a band.
in a full band, no.
Yeah,
But
no.
I have done a guest feature for a band, which I am not gonna say who. And
I've heard it.
yes, Billy did hear it.
I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to, but I did. It was awesome. I'm doing ASMR now.
Did you listen to the rest of it?
No, I forgot. Shari. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, fucking. If anybody that watches this knows who I am or the band that I was in, a member from that band has started a new project and already has fucking like, bro, that was just one EP that I sent you.
Uh-huh.
That's just one.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of time. He has a lot more.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Like he's got like 5 albums. I swear
Dude's
to
a
God,
fucking
dude.
machine when it comes to writing.
It's insane. But yeah, so so I did a guest thing on that, which hopefully in the next like 5 years you guys will hear it. I don't know.
I'm sure in time it will be. There's one thing that like a lot of bands are hesitant to do now is like putting out new material. And I'm just like, dude, this is the best time to do it, man. Because if think about this, I was talking with a buddy of mine, my buddy Craig. He's gonna be doing a new project and I'm helping like produce that and all that kind of shit. And one of the things he was talking about is like, oh, I don't even know like what we're even gonna do. Like, should we even put out like new material? Like, should we put anything out? And I'm like, absolutely. And he's like, yeah, but no one's gonna like remember us. And I go, dude, okay, first off, here's the deal. A lot of times you discover a band, you discover them whenever the fuck you discover them. I've discovered so many cool bands in quarantine. Like, the fact of the matter is you'll discover a band in quarantine, right? You'll bump that shit because you like it. You want to go to a show so bad. And it's like, okay, I can't wait till shows come back so that band I listened to in quarantine, I can now go see them and you're just going to be extra hyped.
That is a good way to look at it.
That's the only way I can look at it right now. That's the optimism in me. But like,
there is that, but I think too, it's if you're gonna be starting something new, it's like not. I don't know if it's the best time right now to start something brand new, because it's like, all right, because it is, yes, people will feel like you and be really excited for shows. It's like, but then there's gonna be the other end of the spectrum where like people will hear it and they'll be stoked, and then like they'll forget about it because then like nothing else is really going on, and like it's hard to stay like active. Like you can only be so active on social media to keep people's like interest in, especially if you're new and you don't have it, like.
Right. And I'm not saying that that's not going to be a thing. That definitely is something that I also worry about. One thing that I also want to like say to the people out there is that when shows do come back and you go to a local show, you better get there early and you better fucking stay late. And when touring bands come around, same fucking attitude. See the fucking openers and stay for the headliners, even if you either A, don't really know them or like whatever. Just fucking have a new attitude about it because, dude, we never thought we were ever going to get concerts taken away from us. Now we know, oh, fuck, it could happen any time now. So it's like...
It's pretty crazy. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's still like to me like a weird like I like forget about it and then like I'll think about it. I'll usually only think about it when I'm talking to people that are like in bands and shit like you and shit like
Yeah.
that. Or like, but like on my everyday like at work, it's like not what I think about.
Can I
But
be
then when
completely honest? The quarantine, I'm not happy that it happened, but at the same time, like to get a break from being in a band for a little bit, it's been kind of nice.
I felt that way for like the past 3 years, bro.
Like sometimes I think about just like, oh man, I don't have to like worry about playing a show or like being on the road, just like kind of kicking back at home with my friends and my family, just like not really having.
Dude, I'm so happy I don't have to like force my music down people's fucking throats anymore.
Exactly. That's another
Like
thing. Is just like I don't have to promote anything. I can do whatever the fuck I want now.
I would put a gun in my mouth if I had to post one more fucking flyer. I
Oh
swear
my
to
god.
God.
I mean, you know,
Dude, it's
I
just fucking what?
what?
Ah.
Jinx. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, no. But I 100% understand that, dude. Like I was watching. Do you know what digital tour bus is? Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just this guy,
Yeah.
he gives tours of people's vans and buses and shit. And I'm watching a shit ton of episodes like the past couple nights because I'm like, oh man, I miss touring. I miss being in a van. And then I like see how everyone's van is just
Yeah.
cluttered and shitty, and I'm like, oh, I don't miss that at all. I
Yeah.
don't miss my van stinking. I don't miss
Yeah.
not showering. I don't miss any of that.
The only thing I miss is like the second our set starts and then like right when it's over, that like 25-30 minutes, that's it.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
the only thing I'll ever miss.
That's the only that I miss that too. I don't miss practicing. I don't miss fucking any. I don't miss loading in. I don't miss driving overnight. I
Oh
don't
my
miss
God, bro.
any of that
Yeah,
shit.
dude. Fucking every time I'd get a text from Ben, like, yo, you gotta be there at 1. I'm like, bro, it starts at 5. Be there at 1. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, or like one of his many fucking festivals. Be there at 11 a.m. We play at
Fucking
7.
be there at 6 in the morning. We're gonna start sound checking. It's like, what?
Dude, like I will say that I miss like those times though, like playing those big, huge
Yeah, fuck
festivals
yeah.
with 150 bands, and we just like fucking fuck around all day on the Queen Mary and shit.
Well, dude, yeah. And then, fucking real quick, the other thing too about
Yeah.
going back into like music and shit. Like, I think we were talking about this like when I FaceTimed you the other day, but like, dude, I was in like one project for
Oh,
9 fucking years. Like,
yeah,
I never ever had to like, all right, let's like do this new thing. Like, it was one thing for like 9 fucking years. Like,
yeah, man.
so it just was like, dude, like I wouldn't like, it's just to then finally after 9 years be like, all right, let's start. It's like, dude, no, like it was 9 years.
Like
It
you're
was
good.
fucking, I'm fine.
Yeah. No, I get it, dude. Trust me. My entire career has been kind of just like I'm in one band a few years. I get another opportunity to go do something else, take that one, same deal. It's like for me, it's like I don't really like I can't see myself not doing music, so that's where my mind is at, and just doing all these extracurricular activities, doing YouTube and doing podcasts and all that kind of stuff. I have so many avenues to like get my creative itch on that I don't 100% need music. It's nice that I still have it, but like it's nice to have all these other avenues to like kind of cure my creative itch whenever I have one. You know what I mean? So it's nice.
Eddie, Sam, and I are gonna most likely start a podcast. Like we've been trying to figure out like what we need to do, and it's just like,
All right, if you
yeah,
need any
that's like,
help, man, if you need any help setting it up, you know where to find me. I'm sure Sam knows how to do it. He Twitch
yeah,
streams.
no, yeah, we're not, yeah, it's just we're kind of just like figuring out what times to do it, and like kind of like trying to at least set like some sort of like
Schedule.
base for like the first, or just kind of like, all right, let's kind of actually like plan what we're gonna try and say, other than just shitting on Eddie. What else are we gonna like say to like fucking like like
Eddie's a good guy, man.
I know, but that's why we fucking tell him he's a piece of shit. So it only makes sense.
I love
Like,
that guy, man.
yeah,
Only met him 2 times, 2 or 3 times, but he's always been a nice dude.
that dude is fucking. He plays fucking Dota all goddamn day.
What's that?
It's like Warcraft shit. Like
Oh,
fucking
okay.
not
I,
World of Warcraft, but like the fucking he lives with his girlfriend and they have like a little camera for like their cat social, like, you know, because they have a cat. I don't know why she had a camera, like a home camera for the cat, but like it's in line with like their like the desk where Eddie's computer is, like at their apartment. And
mhm.
she's like, dude, I'll be at work and I'll go check the camera. And Eddie's just in the same position playing fucking like and she's like every single time he's in the same position, just fucking with his fucking headset. I'm like he'll play fucking work for like 8 hours straight. Like he'll
Jeez.
forget to like eat and shit. Like it's
God
bro, what are you
damn.
doing? Yeah, it's so weird. So yeah, it's
That's
great.
fucking funny. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Ryan. It's always nice to catch up and talk to you.
I know I haven't seen you like in person in like fucking.
It's been like almost a year now, I think.
Was I still living in Anaheim?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that was I moved back home last end of December. It's been almost a year since I've been like home, so
Yeah, it's been a
it was
long
probably
time.
honestly around this time a year. Like honestly, like
Mm-hmm.
no, it wasn't around this time. It was before this. I know for a fact it wasn't around this time. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's been
It's
over
been
a year.
it's been
I
it's
think
it's been a long fucking time, man.
it's been over a year. I'm almost 100% sure.
Yeah, it's been long enough, I'll tell you that much. But I'm glad we got to do this cute little Zoom call.
Where's this going to be posted?
YouTube.
I'll go
Uh,
subscribe right now.
yeah, thank you.
What's your YouTube thing?
Just it's my name.
Ooh, okay, cool.
I'll text you the link to the profile. So say bye bye everybody. Bye Ryan.